Wait, didn't we just do this? Well, I guess there's plenty of megs to go around.
Hey, what's up my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the DX9 MIGHTRON. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. Absolutely love DX9's packaging. I think they do a great job with their boxes. This is just awesome. You have All Hail Megatron right there with Megatron. You got Blitzwing Astro Train. You have just an army of Seekers here. Everything I touch is food for my hunger. My hunger for power. I love it. I love it. On this side of the box, we have stills from the '86 movie, which is very cool. On the other side of the box, we just have some stills from the cartoon. On the top of the box, we have Megatron. Join me! With our combined strength, we can end this destructive conflict and bring order to the galaxy. That's right. On the bottom, you just have warning. Please don't eat anything in this box. That can be very bad for you. And on the back, you have a little schematic-y picture there of Megatron himself. Come with me! It is the only way. And that's basically it for the packaging. It still goes in the garbage, but I love their boxes. I just love them anyway. Also included in the packaging is the collector's card. Very masterpiecey collector's card there. With Megatron on the back, you have tech specs if that interests you and stuff that I can't read. Hooray for cards. And you also get a poster, a very cool poster. I love the artwork. Whoever they're getting to do the art for these posters, give them an award because they do amazing artwork. Very cool piece of art of Megatron, aka Megatron. This will probably go up on the wall somewhere. If I could find space on my wall to put this up, it's going there. It's definitely going there. So, there you have that. So, moving right along, here we have Megatron. Hey, EmGo, didn't you just review a not masterpiece Megatron? I know! There's another one. We have options now. Lots of options. So, here is Megatron from DX9, and this is their interpretation of a masterpiece Megatron. And also a very cool figure as well, if I do say so myself. And I do, because I'm the only one in the room. But anyway, so here he is in his gun mode. Silver and black, very nicely done. The barrel is die-cast. So he does have some heft to him. He does have some other die-cast components. He has some die-cast here. I believe he has some die-cast in his feet, so he does have some heft to him. This gun mode is honestly my favorite of all of the, Masterpiece Megatrons, official and otherwise, because this one just feels more comfortable in my hand. He doesn't have the ridiculously thick grip like the other ones do. I mean, granted, yes, I have the hands of a little girl, but still, this one just feels so much more comfortable in my hand, so I like this gun mode a lot better than the other Megatrons. But let's get in close here so we can see the details. That's some nice molding. I mean, all the bits that a Megatron gun mode is supposed to have. He does have the safety, which you can move up and down. And you have some nice detail here in the handle itself. Got some silver right there. You have the sight up top with the usual detailing. You get some gunmetal gray right back here. It does have a light up feature. If you push the button right up here, boop, you get a nice bright red LED, which is nice. And the batteries are very easy to install. There's a little panel right here. You just slide it back and there are your batteries right there. That's very cool. You don't have to take this apart to swap out the batteries. I love that. The batteries are included. So that's also very nice that you don't have to run out and buy batteries. And yeah, here's the other side, which looks just like the other side. So there you have that. He's a gun. The trigger is spring-loaded, so you can pew-pew, pew-pew, pew-pew. He does come shipped with an orange plug, which is kind of glued in. It's stuck in here with some weird, kind of gooey, icky paste. But it does just come right out. Unfortunately, I don't know if you can see it. You can kind of see it. It does leave this weird, like, orange residue in there, which I did my best to scrape out of there, but I still didn't. I still didn't get it all. That's kind of gross, but oh well. There's what it is. That just pops right out. Of course, for safety reasons and whatnot. But again, you know, you wouldn't want to walk around in the street waving this around without the orange plug, or even with the orange plug, because this, still, that's, oh, that can get you in some trouble. But anyway, there you go. So now for comparison, let's bring in some other Megatrons. Here he is with Make Toys Despotron. So you can see how those scale together. The most recent MP Megatrons. Here he is with Apollyon. And you can see he is actually roundabout the same size as Apollyon. So there you have that. Here he is with the official Masterpiece Megatron. Or as I call him, that which we do not speak of. So there we have that. And last but not least, here he is with G1 Megatron, because he's precious. He can't stand on his own, but he's so precious. There he goes. Yay! So yeah, that's right there. Now he does include some accessories, but those are all for robot mode. So without further ado, let's get to robot mode, shall we? Let's. So, first thing you want to do is you want to remove the sight. There is this this tab here. This tab does have a purpose, but I really wish it wasn't there, because it does get in the way of you removing and installing the sight. You do have to kind of take the sight and kind of angle it up to get it off, and I don't really like doing that because I feel like I'm putting stress on this. I mean, nothing looks like it's breaking or cracking, but still, I don't like doing that. But anyway, so take the side, put that off to the side, and now we can continue with what's left. So now we want to take this portion of the handle right here and just extend it down like that, and that will give us room to work here. So once you do that, you just want to come under here. You want to unpeg that panel right here. Take this panel, bring this up, and then you just want to bring this up and out like that. And there you go. And then you want to do the same thing on the other side. Oh, that came undone on its own. Thank you. How considerate of you. And then you just want to lift this panel up. Boop. And then take this panel, bring it up and out, up and out. There you go. Up and out. So there we have that. Shall I continue with the legs? I'll continue with the legs later, because we need to move some other stuff out of the way first. So now you want to take this whole section right here, and you want to just bring this up at an angle like this, and that starts the sliding process here. It helps you out if you do it that way. And then just grab this and pull this up. This slider is very, very tight. And there you go. Just pull that up, extend it all the way, and then you can take this whole assembly here and just bring it up like that. Again, just to get things out of the way. This is giving you room to work here. So once you've done that, take these panels here, bring that out to the side, bring that out to the side, and now we can come back down to the legs here. You want to take these panels and just swing them in. They'll tab in right there, and that will fill out his thighs right there. Swing that one in, tab that in, fills out his thighs, and then we split the legs like that. And once you do that, you want to take this the trigger guard here. Just take that, swing that around to the front. You can bring this up. Again, this is just getting stuff out of the way. So once you do that, you want to take the hips and you want to just bring them forward like that. And then you can rotate here so everything's oriented properly. So just bring that forward, rotate, and there you go. At this point now, you can take this whole assembly and rotate it 180. Take this panel, bring that down. You can see that becomes his crotch plate. And there you have that. Let me just raise the camera up just a smidge. There we go. Alrighty. So now we can start working on this section right here. So you want to take this bit right here. You want to just bring this all the way down like that. Take these panels, flip them in. Then you want to split the arms next. Like that, bring them out to the side, and then you want to take this panel here and just split it down the middle and bring these all the way down like that, and there you go. So once you've done that, you want to take these hip panels here and you just want to bring them down. You just want to push them down on that hinge there just to get them out of the way so you have a little bit more clearance. And what you're going to do here is you're going to take this whole assembly and you're going to rotate it 180. Again, make sure it clears those hip panels. Rotate it 180. And there you go. And one thing I always forget to do, but luckily when you're turning this assembly, it does it for you. Bring that bit down. I always forget to do that little thing, but anyway, like I said, it ends up getting pushed down for you when you're turning this. But anyway, there you go. So you do that, and now you have all this going on. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. Don't wait, we're getting somewhere. We're going somewhere with this. Trust me, trust me. So now take this panel, open it up, and now you want to take the gun barrel here and just bring this back. You want to unpeg it, and this is quite tight. There we go. Take that, bring that back like that. And then for this part, it helps if you bring this arm up like that. And make sure this is brought up as far as it can go, because you want to take this and rotate this section around like that, so it sits underneath the arm. So there we go. So now, this is the part of the transformation that's a little bit frustrating. What's going to happen here is you want to take this section and you want to pull it forward. And what's going to happen is this section here will start rotating, and it's kind of hard to get this started. If you just kind of start rocking it, there you go. You can see it going. There you go. That's actually the easiest time I've had doing that. Wow. Wow. Every other time I've had to fight with that. Thank you. Thank you so much for making my life easy. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. So anyway, you want to swing that up. And you want to take these little panels right here. There's a little notch there for your nail. You just take these and pull them down like that. And that will fill out the rest of his waist right there. Just leave that down for now. Pull that down like that. Then come in here, flip up his head like that. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take this assembly here. You're going to fold it down at this hinge right here. So fold that down. Make sure the arms are straight down like that. Just make sure the arms are straight for this section right here. And then you're just going to take this and push this in, and then take this whole chest section and bring it up over it. Like that. And once you do that, you can close that panel. You can take the gun barrel here, just bring that up against his back. Take this panel here, fold that up against his back. The trigger guard, the instructions actually tell you to leave it off to the side like that. And no, don't do that, because that doesn't look good. And then you can see that from the front. No, don't do that. Don't do that. No. That's just, no. That's just no. Take this and just bring it across his back like that, because it just tucks it in a bit better. And now you can't see it from the front. So yeah, that works a lot better. So once you do that, we will come back to the front here, just bring up his belly, and then you take the chest section here and just push that down like that. And there you go. Make sure these bits are down all the way. Yes, they are. Okay. You can take these hip panels here and just shift them back up into position. And there you go. And we'll work on his arms in a little bit, but now we will move on to the legs. Now, the legs do a very cool, the legs and the arms do a very cool trick. I really, really like this. So, what you want to do here is you want to take this panel, swing it back, and now, what you're going to do here is, you're going to basically just put your thumb here, put your fingers back here, and you're just going to do a twisting motion, basically. And what that will do is, boop, that will just open up his leg and thicken out his shin there. That's pretty cool. I dig that. I really dig that. That's just a neat little trick. And then after you do that, you take this little panel, swing it around, and that'll just tab in right there. And there you go. And then you just take his foot, bring it down, and then you bring out his heel, and then you swing out that section of his foot, rotate it around. You can see that tab will go into that notch right there. And that widens out his foot. And there you got a leg all done. Second verse, much like the first. Take that panel, bring that out, and then you just take that, twist it. And you want to make sure you're holding onto his thigh when you're doing that. So you just open up the leg there, swing that around, plug that in, bring down the foot, open up the heel, and then bring out that half of the foot, swing it around, tab it in, and booyah. We got his legs all done. We need to raise up a bit more. There we go. So now the arms do the same trick. And first thing you want to do, though, is you want to take this section right here, and you want to just swing it forward like that. And then you're doing the same thing. This step is easier with the arms still compressed. It just makes life a lot easier when you're twisting. But again, just put your thumb right here, fingers right here, and just give it a twist. And sometimes I'll just open up that panel with it. But there you go. And you see how that just thickens his forearms up. Which again, just so cool. Such a cool trick. And just do the same thing with the top part of his arm there. Right there, and once you do that, now you can extend the arms downward. And once you do that, you want to open up this panel right here. You just kind of want to get his fingers out, and then just grab a hold of his fingers and pull out his hand. If his hands are too hard to get flipped out, just loosen that screw right there, fixes it right up. So close that up. And you'll see here his thumb is actually, the tip of his thumb is actually folded in and tucked into his palm. And you just want to get in there and just pull that out. You can see a little divot there that they made for his thumb. And then you just finish extending his thumb. And there you have an arm all done. Second verse, as I'm sure you probably guessed by now, much like the first. So I'll make sure this is, make sure that's all the way down. And we'll do the same thing here. We'll just rotate this top section here, and then we will open that up. Open that up without really opening it up when we're widening it. There you go. Open up that panel, and again, just flip out the fingers here, get a hold, and just pull his hand out. Pull his hand out. That close it up. Extend the arm. I almost forgot to do that. And then we just go in here, and we flip his thumb out. This one gets a little stuck on me. There we go. And just get all that straightened out. And we are almost done. Last but not least, of course, what is Megatron without his cannon? So you take his cannon here, and you just compress it. You just take the two ends here, and you just push them in like that. And then you just slide this onto his arm. And there we have the mighty, mighty Mightron in his robot mode. And I really, really do like this figure. He is very... He's very cartoon-etic, if that's even a word. I don't know if that's a word. I might have just made that up. But he's very cartoon-etic. And... hey, if I just made it up, I'll stick with it. But I really like the way this guy looks. Getting close here on the head sculpt. I love this head sculpt. Can we talk about how much I love this head sculpt? I absolutely adore this head sculpt. And yes, I would marry it. I love this head sculpt. I mean, my personal opinion, if you agree, cool. If not, cool. Nobody's wrong here. I think this is as close to dead-on animation model as anybody has gotten. I love that head sculpt. It just looks so good, in my opinion. Nice red on the eyes. It just looks really, really good. I love this head sculpt. I think it looks so... I mean, it looks like it just came right out of the cartoon. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. And all around, you know, the design is very nice. Very nicely done. You got the red, blue, and yellow right there on his belly. You got the red there on the sides. All around, very nice. You got some red there on the inside of his arms. Going down the legs. And you got the red and some silver on the inner part of his legs. Right there. His legs are blocky. They don't have that curve to it, and I know a lot of people won't like that. It doesn't matter to me. I still think it looks good. And the back. You can see... he has the trigger just hanging out back there. He does have a backpack. I know that's one thing a lot of people have been talking about. Yes, he has a backpack. Does it bother me? No. I mean, I've said time and time again on this show, I don't display my figures facing the wall, so I don't care what the back looks like, so this doesn't bother me one bit. I'm sure this enrages some people. It doesn't bother me one bit. I don't care. All in all, though, I think I do love this figure. I think he's honestly my favorite of the Masterpiece Megatrons, officially or unofficial. I think this one's my favorite, honestly. I like how his fusion cannon is a lot better proportioned to him. I mean, all the other ones, the fusion cannon is just a little bigger than it needs to be. And I really like the fact that you can actually just take this and compress it. I mean, if you want it longer, you can just extend it. So you have the option there. But I like having it compressed because it is a little bit more accurate and is a lot better proportioned to the figure itself. And I really like this guy. I really, really do. Now, articulation-wise, his head can do a full 360. He can look up. He can look down a little bit. There's no wibbly-wobbly action. It's not a ball joint. It's just hinges. The shoulders can do a full 360 on the soft ratchet, but it's there. The arms can go out that far. You do have a swivel at the elbow. You do have a double-jointed elbow. So you get a nice deep bend there. You do have a wrist swivel. The hands are articulated. The first finger, the index finger, is on 2 hinges. You got a hinge here, and actually a hinge here. You actually have 3 joints here to work with on the index finger. And the rest of the fingers are a solid piece, but they are joined by a double hinge right here. So you can get some good pointing poses right there. And his thumb is a little weird. I'm not a fan of the way his thumb works, but his thumb is on a hinge here and a hinge here, and then this whole section just swivels, which is odd. I don't know why they didn't just do the normal just ball socket joint there, but I don't know, it's just a little weird, and sometimes it makes posing his hands a little bit difficult. Like, you can't really make a proper fist. It's an okay fist. I don't know. I'm not a fan of that. But anyway, his hands are okay. I think it's just a thumb that kind of ruins the hands for me anyway. But there you have that. He does have a waist swivel. You do have to kind of raise this crotch panel up a bit. He does have a waist swivel that is ratcheted. And again, you know, you do have to raise this up to make use of it. And, you know, once you go past a certain point, it does kind of start to look weird. But again, whether or not there's a plus or a minus is totally up to you and your tastes. You can move this up out of the way, of course, for the hip movement. So you can move his legs up that far, can move them back that far. Outward movements, if you move these panels out of the way, you can do the full splits. He does have a thigh swivel. One thing that does bug me is I do wish that this section actually locked in, either tabbed in or even clipped in, because sometimes when you want to pose his legs, you can undo that really easily. I mean, there is a thooping point. Like when you push it in, you'll feel that little thoop. You'll feel the thoop. There is a thoop. There is thoopage there, but it's not strong enough to withstand you moving the leg. You can see it unseats very easily. So I do wish there was either a tab or even just a clip to just lock that in place. So that's something to note right there. The knees do have a nice ratcheting joint, and you get almost slightly under 90 degrees of bend there. The feet can pivot up. They can pivot down some. You have more ankle tilt than you need, really, but it's there. Hey. So there you have that. Now we'll just get him situated. Another thing to note also is that, you know, he does kind of have... He has a thing with his hips that does bug me a little bit, where you can see if you bring his legs straight down, I mean, that's okay. I mean, his legs aren't like super close together, but still a little closer together than I want. And then when you bring his legs out one click, for me, that's still a little farther apart than I want. Like, just maybe it's a little bit more. Again, just... It would have been nice if they had added just some more indentations, more detents in those ratchets. Just, you know, if there was like just that little in-between ratchet there. It's not that bad, actually. I've seen worse where one click out is he's pretty much doing the split. So this is definitely better, but still, I wish maybe just that one click out didn't come out just as far, like literally just like a little bit less, but not the end of the world. So now let's get down to his accessories. He does include an Energon mace, which is done in the transparent purple plastic with a purple chain, which is very cool. And installation of this is pretty simple. You do have to fold his hand back up. So you just kind of, it helps if you just kind of bring his hand up a little bit. It helps get that panel started. You can get your thumb in there. Come on. Don't make a liar out of me. Come on now. There you go. Any other time, that works. Anyway. So again, you just want to take the tip of his thumb and just bring it down and then just tuck his thumb into his palm right there. And just bring his palm face down and then just tuck it all back in there. Like that. Close that back up. And all you're going to do is just take this and plug it into that slot right there. And boop, there you go. And there he has his Energon mace, if you wish. There you have that. You can plug it into either hand. Totally up to you. So there you go. There you go. There you go. And there you go. And there you go. And there you go. I don't know why I keep saying that, but there you go. Oh, I'm losing my mind. That's not true. I lost it a long time ago. A long time ago. So, there you have that. And you do get a nice sword right here. With a nice transparent purple blade. You do get some silver, some purple there, some more silver here. And you can hold that. There are tabs on either side of the handle here, so you can hold it in his left or his right hand. And he does have a slot right there in his palm. And you just take it and you plug it in, wrap his fingers around it. And he does hold it pretty securely. You just saw he just dropped it. It's not a dead solid connection, but he can hold it. There you go. If you start to move his hand around, like, yeah, he does drop it. It's not a dead solid connection. He holds it somewhat securely. If you just, I mean, he doesn't just outright drop it, but now he won't hold it at all. How dare you? Come on, Matron. Come on, Megatron. Be my Megatron. Be my Megatron, buddy. Come on now. There you go. No, he won't hold it now. Now he just refuses to hold it. How dare you? How dare you? I don't know what's going on now. There you go. Jeez. Jeez, man. There you go. Holding a sword. He can hold a sword. He can hold a sword. Yay. Give me that. That's one of those instances where it worked perfectly off camera, but on camera, nah, womp womp. Anyway. So one thing you can do with this sword is it is transformable, and if you take this section right here and untab it and bring it down on this double hinge here, and then you take this section, bring that down, and close that back up, you have this. And you also get this handle right here, and you just open this up, and then you just take this and plug it on, and you just line up the tabs there with those notches there. And you just plug that on, and now you have a big sickle scythe weapon, which does look pretty cool. And you can hold that if you want. And there you go. I believe this weapon is more meant for their evil version of Carrie. But you can give it to Megatron if you want. I mean, he looks pretty cool holding it as well. So, hey, it's an option. Something you can do. I never got the evil version of Carrie. I forget what they called him, but yeah, I never got that figure. But, yeah, so there you go. You have that. And the last thing you get is an alternate mouth. You do get an angry mouth. Where it's like, "Arr!" So you got that going on there. And to swap out the face, you just get in there and pop that out. It's not really easy. Give me a second. I had to grab my tweezers here, so you just get in under his chin and just, whoop, there you go. Just pop that out. And then you just, that's just, no. And then you just take the angry mouth and just tab that on. And there you go. Now he's Megatron Angry Face. So, there you have that. But yeah, very, very cool figure, in my opinion. So there you have that. And now for comparison, we'll just start off with this thing. The official Masterpiece Megatron. What is this? Sir, what are you? I don't know. But anyway, there he is with the official Masterpiece Megatron. That thing. Here he is with MP10 Masterpiece Prime. So you can see how they look together, and they look good together as well. A little bit taller than Prime, maybe as it should be. So there he is with Masterpiece Prime. Here he is with Masterpiece Starscream, and we'll bring in Soundwave as well. You can see how he scales with these two. And again, I think they look good together. Works for me anyway. Works for me. So there you have that, and there you have that. With some other DX9 toys, here he is with Tyrant. You can see how they look together. There you go, his past and future self. So there you have that. Here he is with Chigger. Chigger, woo! You can see how he looks there. With Astro Train. Here he is with... Oops, he dropped his sword. Here he is with their Blitzwing. You can see how he scales there. And what else have we got? Here he is with Carrie. The Rodimus. See how he looks there. And let's bring in the other, not Masterpiece, not Megatrons. Here he is with Despotron. You can see how they look together. Obviously very different aesthetics going on here, but both good in my opinion. And here he is with Apollyon. You can see how they look together. You can get them standing straight here. There we go. They have those two together. So there you have that. And last but not least, here he is with G1 Megatron, because his precious. His cat is almost as big as his precious. That's the first time my tongue stopped working during a Precious comparison. That's a new one. That's a new one. Chuck that one up for the list. Anyway, so now let's show off this this tab right here that I was complaining about in gun mode. Let's show you what this is for. This is for your Masterpiece Laserbeak. So if you got Soundwave, that means you have Laserbeak. Or you can use this with Ratbat 2. You can just take Laserbeak and you can plug him onto his forearm right there. That's what that's for. There you go. It's perfectly fine for robot mode, but it gets in the way in gun mode, so that's why I don't like it. So there you go. That's what the tab is for. Hooray. Hooray for tabs. So there you have that. That's pretty much it. I don't think I forgot anything. If I did, I apologize. I'm only human. I forget things. You ever forget? Happens to me all the time. But there you go. There you have Mightron. A very cool figure in my opinion. I will have to say, me personally, this is my favorite of the not Masterpiece, not Megatrons. This is the one, of the three, this is the one I have been grabbing the most to mess with. I just really like this guy. Like I said, he is so cartoon-etic. Again, I don't know if that's a word, but I'm sticking with it. He is so cartoon-etic, and I think that's why I love him the most. And really like his transformation. His transformation is not overly panely like the other ones are, and I don't know. Overall, I just have the most fun with this one. I don't know, you know. I have my little nitpicks, of course, like the you know, the transformation with the chest. I wish worked a little bit more smoothly. I don't like his thumb. That's one thing I don't like. I just don't like his thumb. I know some people will complain about the backpack. I don't care about the backpack. That doesn't bother me one bit. I could care less about the backpack. That's not a complaint for me. Overall, I just really like this guy. I think this guy is my favorite. But hey, we have options now. You want a Masterpiece Megatron? Pick one. We have options at this point, and that is awesome. So you can get whichever one you want, whatever suits your tastes, your preferences. There you go. So there you have that. So if you would like a Mitron or any of DX9's other offerings, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There will be a link in the description down below, so check that out. You can also check out my third-party Transformers playlist for any reviews you may have missed, also linked in the description down below, so check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out LoriPlan, follow me on Twitter, all that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the DX9 MIGHTRON, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. Is it just me, or did the couch shrink? I don't know. Did you put it in the dryer? That's not even possible. Well, what's going on? I don't know, but I wish you would give me some more room. Now scooch over. I can't scooch. You can scooch. There's an armrest right here. What do you want me to go through it? Oh, would you please? That would be great. You know what? You scooch. Ah! There we go. Now I'm comfortable. But you're still a buckethead. Ah! Ah!